Lawmakers are addressing a whistleblower claim that the United States has a UFO retrieval program. Joe Khalil is following the latest on that. He is at the Capitol as well. So what can you tell us about the conversations that are happening around this, Joe?
Well, Marty, I can tell you that, as we've been reporting, there are certainly some interest in lawmakers trying to investigate these claims more. But a lot of that has been led by Republicans in the House. We know that the House Oversight Chairman, Jim Comer, and his committee, again, led by Republicans, they say that they're going to be holding hearings to look more into this. I can now tell you that this is actually more of a bipartisan effort maybe than we had first thought. In fact, I talked to Congressman Jared Moskowitz. He is a Democrat on the House Oversight Committee. He says that he, too, is interested in at least exploring Grush's comments, his claims. And he says that if, in fact, there is something to it, then the American people deserve to know about it. So this isn't just a one-sided issue. There's going to be larger interest in pursuing what is actually happening, according to Grush. And Moskowitz also weighed in on his view of Grush's credibility as well.
He's a whistleblower, so obviously he has certain protections. We obviously want to listen to what he has to say. We need to figure out how legitimate he is. But based on what he's saying, it sounds like something that we have to start asking some questions on. So I saw Chairman Comer come out and say that Oversight's going to have a hearing. I support the chairman. I think there are important questions to ask. And by the way, if there are things that the federal government is holding back from the American people have a right to know.
And Marni, just some new reporting from the Scientific American today that 16-member team that NASA put together specifically to handle UAP claims. They say that NASA needs better data and more tools to decipher what some of these claims and reports when people see UAPs actually are. The upshot of what they put out, again, just today on this new reporting, is that they're concerned that too often these reports end up not being able to be deciphered because we don't have the data, we don't have the tools to figure out what it is that people are actually seeing. And they feel like if there is a team that's dedicated to maybe making that data collection better, that we could answer a lot of the questions. NASA team said, most of these things that are in the air that people see, we can identify if we had the proper tools and diagnosis to do so. So that's something that they want to pursue, just an interesting thing that aligns with the timing of our story that NASA is trying to take this effort up, Marni.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.